Ever wondered how the American lobster is prepared? The process might sound complex, but with a bit of finesse and a dash of patience, anyone can master the art of preparing this seafood delicacy. So, buckle up as we delve into the step-by-step process of preparing the American lobster. First things first, it's all about the selection. When choosing your lobster, look for lively ones with all their antennae intact. It's a clear sign of freshness. And remember, a heavier lobster doesn't necessarily mean more meat. Often it's just a larger shell, so don't be fooled by the weight. Now let's move on to the preparation. Start by placing the lobster on a cutting board, belly side up. Take a sharp knife and locate the cross-shaped mark on the lobster's head. This is where you'll make the first cut. Carefully insert the knife into the mark and cut straight down, splitting the lobster in half. Be sure to apply enough pressure to cut through the shell and the body. Once the lobster is split, remove the greenish tomale and the sand sac located near the head. These parts are not typically consumed and can affect the taste of the meat. Next, remove the claws by twisting them off at the joint. This can be done by holding the lobster firmly and applying a gentle twisting motion. Now let's focus on the tail. Flip the lobster over and locate the small flippers on the underside of the tail. These flippers are used for swimming and can be easily removed by pulling them away from the body. To extract the meat from the tail, use a pair of kitchen shears to cut along the underside of the shell. Start at the end of the tail and work your way up towards the body. Be careful not to cut into the meat. Once the shell is cut, gently pry it open and remove the meat in one piece. The tail meat is the most prized part of the lobster, so be sure to savor every bite. Lastly, let's not forget about the claws. Use a lobster cracker or a nut cracker to crack open the claws and extract the meat. Be careful not to crush the meat while cracking the shell. And there you have it, a perfectly prepared American lobster. Whether you choose to enjoy it steamed, grilled, or in a delicious lobster roll, the taste of this delicacy is sure to impress. So go ahead and give it a try. You won't be disappointed. Once you have your lobster, it's time to get cooking. Start by filling a large pot with salted water. The water should taste like the sea, giving the lobster a natural oceanic flavor. Bring this water to a roaring boil. Now here's the part that might make some squeamish, placing the lobster in the pot. But don't worry, it's a quick and humane process. Grasp the lobster firmly by the body, avoiding the claws, and quickly plunge it headfirst into the boiling water. The cooking time varies depending on the size of the lobster. As a general rule, cook for about 9 minutes for the first pound, and then add 3 minutes for each additional half pound. The shell will turn a vibrant red and the antennae will pull out easily when it's done. While the lobster is cooking, it's time to prepare the butter sauce. Melt unsalted butter in a small saucepan over low heat. You can add your favorite herbs or a bit of garlic for extra flavor. Once the lobster is cooked, remove it from the pot and let it rest for a few minutes. This allows the meat to absorb the remaining heat and continue cooking to perfection. Now comes the fun part, cracking the lobster. Use a nut cracker or lobster cracker to break the claws and tail. Be careful not to crush the meat inside. Extract the meat using a lobster pick or fork. Serve the lobster on a platter, drizzled with the prepared butter sauce. You can also garnish with a slice of lemon for a tangy contrast to the rich buttery flavor. In summary, preparing an American lobster involves selecting a fresh, lively lobster, boiling it in salted water, preparing a butter sauce, cracking the lobster and serving it with the sauce. It's a process that requires a bit of time and patience, but results in a meal that's truly worth the effort. So the next time you're in the mood for a luxurious seafood feast, why not try preparing an American lobster at home? It's a culinary adventure that's sure to impress. Enjoy the journey and most importantly, savor the result.